Hello and welcome back to Luto's Diary. My name is Patience and I talk about finances, relationships, purpose, and fashion. Today in particular, we're going to be talking about finances, and savings in particular is our main topic of interest. First of all, we have to find the reason why we must save. And in simple terms, I would say that savings are mainly for fitting today's desires on spending on something to satisfy tomorrow's needs. Let's say you would forfeit buying shoes for having a passport, because having a passport is more important than having a pair of heels when you already have 5 other heels. And I know some people may say that I'm young, I'm 16, I'm 18, I'm only a pupil, I'm only a student, I don't have a source of income and everything. And you know what, you're right, I probably don't have a source of income, but something that I realized is that the Bible from the book of Philippians 4:19 actually says that, and my God will supply all your needs according to his riches in glory. This scripture made me realize that regardless where you are in life financially, you have a source of income. Somehow you do have money, whether you have a job or not, whether you have a business or not. Meaning this habit is not bound to a job. Somehow you will have money if we are to tag along the scripture I just mentioned. And the reason why I began this journey this year seriously is because last year I felt terribly. I started with the coupons, but I could easily use the monies 3 weeks down the line because I had easy access. And that's one thing that I would like to highlight, is that if you have easy access to your savings, I feel like it may be hard, especially if your sources of income are quite limited. I would much rather you have a savings account or give it to someone who can keep it for you. The idea of a piggy bank is very, very good. It's something that my sister has been doing consistently. I honestly admire her discipline, but for me, I don't think I'm yet at a disciplined level where I could keep coins and not have access to it. And I know for others you could actually have a job and everything, but you just don't know where your money goes. Maybe you're a shopaholic, something that I suffered from in the year 2018. I remember one time I had to buy a fur coat from Mad Boutique, and I was like, I'm going back with this fur coat, and I did, but I remained broke. I didn't have money for printing of assignments or anything that I needed. I ended up calling my siblings, I need money, when I could have just avoided that by forfeiting that desire of a fur coat, because I found fur coats later on at an even cheaper price. So that was really a misplacement of priorities. So if you, let's say, are going through a phase where you have struggled on how to manage your money, I feel like you may need an accountability partner to just check in with you so that you become whole. And in case you're a youngster watching this, you're in your teen years and you feel like, this is not going to apply well with me and whatever, I would urge you to start now. I really wish I began way earlier in my life. I feel like we are in a better position to begin now. In fact, if you don't have an account, a bank account, I would urge you to open it. And not so long ago, someone posted on their status to say that you look like what you behold. And in this regard, I'll point it to the information that you expose yourself to. People read all manner of things on social media except the right thing. Some people can spend an hour reading funny memes, and I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but to spend your whole entire bundle on just funny memes that have no value on your life, I feel like that's a sheer wastage of your bundle. And something that you could educate yourself on is the financial journey. And one of the people for me personally that have been influential in my financial journey currently are Diapambewe and Firm Finances. There are people who I consistently follow on Facebook. But if I'm to point back to where this whole desire came from, is after I read The Smart Money Woman. When I became broke after buying that fur coat, I felt it and I was like, I'll never do this again. So after reading The Smart Money Woman, there's a component which talked about where does my money go and everything. It related to me so much because my money would finish without me knowing where it goes. And although we're talking about savings, I would just roughly talk about budgeting. And it seems cliche like budget, but I cannot overemphasize the importance of budgeting, because if you don't plan financially, you are literally planning to fail. I remember I once learned in my class where somebody said that lack of planning is planning to fail, and honestly speaking, that's quite true. Most projects which don't have direction are prone to fail. Like, the probability of them actually being successful is very, very low. It might be very negligible. So I would urge you to budget. You have to know where your money goes. You have to write down a monthly budget so that when money is coming, you actually know where it goes. And perhaps you could be a young person and wondering, what am I going to save the money for? If you, let's say you're in high school and you have resources saved up, you could prepare certain important documents. You could save up money for a business, which could stand as an extra source of income. When you're in school, there are a lot of needs that you will have, you guaranteed. Trust me, you will have a lot of needs. I have been a student at UZA and I know what I'm talking about. We used to have meal allowances. That was not enough anyway. So having a business is something that I would recommend that you start at a young age. And I'm not talking about a mega business. It could be simple as selling socks or anything that people in your community can actually buy. It's something that I used to do. I began in my second year of study selling stockings. I began selling nail polish and everything, and people would just buy. I recall that when I began doing that, the number of times I ever called home to say, oh, I need money, I need help for this and that, the number of times actually reduced when I began that. And it feels good to use your own money, to say that I actually bought this using my own money. For instance, the phone that I am actually using to record this video, I bought it with my own money. I felt the pinch because it cost me, but I felt good. I felt proud to say, with this that I was doing, I'm able to buy something worth wow. You learn to place more value on money once you work for it, because you feel it. That's all I had for you. I hope this video was helpful. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like or leave a comment. Bye.